Hey, are we on the popping? Over red and black, ain't no stopping. I drop in the paint when I'm popping shots. Hook or Jabbar.
Barack Obama.
Listen, this is the upside down cloud top of the cloud young. You're watching the Just Bake channel, and you are listening to Watermelon versus. I just want a little Asian man to come on. Just watermelon versus pumpkin. Japanese people, if you're out there, please let us know. You can give us a voice drop and just watermelon versus pumpkin. We in here.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa to all of you niggas. And this is episode 50, man.
Yeah, it's 50.
50, 50. That's for Espanol niggas, you know what I'm saying? We out here and in here, and we around here. And
we rearrange it.
Right, we rearrange it. Don't mind a nigga in the front. Don't mind a nigga in the front. Look at the nigga in the back.
You know what it is. And I am not sure, but his co-host, Lil Mantra, spelled at LILMATTRESS.
Yes.
Welcome to the Watermelon versus Pumpkin podcast, episode 50. We 2 away from a year because years of 52. Yeah, y'all know what it is. That's how math works.
Don't get it. So one a week. Get it together. 1 a week.
And if you're listening to us, you can listen. If you're watching, you can watch. Man, watch us on YouTube. Listen to us everywhere that your podcast is available. Wherever you've uploaded yours, ours is there as well. Spotify, iTunes, Apple, and it goes down the line. You know what I mean?
Pitch that.
Stitch that, pitch that.
All that good stuff.
Hit them with a kickback. You know what it is. But we're everywhere, and we're trying to be in more places. You know what it is. So if you're liking it, man, please hit like, share, subscribe. Throw a comment. Throw a rating if there's any type of that system going on.
Throw a dick pic in there.
Throw a dick pic at us and let us know, man. And you can text us that dick pic at 203-594-6977.
Listen, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? I'm gonna let my girl look at it first, so I ain't gotta feel like I'm gay for like looking at a dick first before like my female. You know, it's
like, damn, but look what they sent us.
Look, there is totally mature folks here in this podcast. I gotta be careful. You gotta be careful what you say these days.
Very careful.
We might get shut down.
Might get pulled off for they mentioned dicks. And listen, we live in an era now where women have dicks and you have to be okay with that. And now listen, there isn't even to where you have to be okay with that. You cannot nudge an eyebrow to even ask a question because I've been alive 35 years, and as far as I knew, men had dicks and then women had vaginas. But
was the norm.
In year 35 of, my life, it's turned, of the Lord, of Christ. It got changed, and nobody gave us notice. We didn't even get, a
memo.
Email. We didn't get anything. It was just that, hey, now if you're not okay with this, and it's not about not even being okay with it. It's about, hey, if you even
have a discomfort,
think about it. Yeah.
If you're thinking about discomfort, nigga, we hate you, and we want your balls on a platter, and we want to shun you from the community of the United States of America.
So we live in an era where women have dicks, and you just need to be okay with that. And not even more than be okay, you have to celebrate that. And it's don't you dare raise an eyebrow to be like, wait, I thought, nope, you can't even think.
You must accept those that want dicks, It's, oh, God, can I mean, do people get upset? Can't we just go on the line and just say, who cares? Can I just say who cares what somebody wants in their life as far as they want a dick? Or I don't care.
And I feel that way 100% where I don't care, and then I wish people would not care that I don't want a dick in my life. Right. That seems to be a problem these days. If I'm like, hey, no, I prefer vagina over penis. What?
What are you saying? We're all disease-infested mutants? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I just said I like vajayjay. Can I be a straight man and be okay with that?
Nope.
Listen, man,
I am a straight white man. Do you realize that I am the enemy right now? Oh my God.
He is all of it. Every problem you ever had in your life.
The only thing I'm missing is rich, because if I was a rich, straight white man, I'd be responsible for all of it.
But then you'd be a Klansman, and then, that's usually, I think they say you graduate to that. It's like, I'm rich, I'm white, and I'm racist.
Illuminati, racist.
Join the Illuminati. You can start now by going to GBI Clothing.
Yes, gbiclothing.com. Join
body.
the Illuminati. You know what it is,
Go
man.
Get them sweatshirts. Go get them
Pick
socks.
up some merch. Yeah, it's cold outside, man. Go ahead and grab
Get
a
it for the
sweatshirt
holiday.
if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, use code watermelon to get 10% off. So, like we said, man, welcome to episode 50. Sometimes we start off a little hot.
Yeah, we
man,
get hot.
Women have dicks now. It's tough to figure out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to navigate.
Yeah, we fizzle out and go, oh yeah, back to this promotion thing.
Back to the lecture at hand. So, yeah, man, episode 50. We appreciate people that have been on the journey with us. Don't Stop Believing. That's a Journey song, so that's why I said it. And then it'll
Clear out the room.
bars, daddy.
Telling them.
Oh. Episode 50, man. Like I said, we're on everywhere. You can watch us if you want to watch us. You can listen if you want to listen. And hit up this hotline to tell us maybe where you listen. Tell us how you listen. Tell us if you're listening. 203-594-6977. Tell us the snack that you eat while you're listening.
You know what I'm saying? Talk to these niggas.
But once again, man, call or text 203-594-6977 and let us know what it is.
Leave your message.
Speaking of 6ix9ine, still in jail.
Talk to him. Still there. Colorful hair. Do care.
Colorful hair might be growing out at this point, but he is still in jail. So.
Yeah, because in there, if he ain't got the treyway with him, then he might be the bitch. He might be a bottom bitch. I'm not sure. You got that long hair. You know, there's a nigga in there that might want to grab that ponytail and get busy.
There's somebody that wants clout. They love that word.
Yo, but they supposedly, I heard a little birdie tell me, I don't know these things. I didn't even look it up to reassure this information, but that he was put into general population. Did you hear that?
Which to me is like, okay, we're going to get him fucked up. Right. Then we're going to, obviously he's a celebrity that shouldn't be there. You know?
You're talking about a motherfucker that got money. You don't think somebody going to fuck him up in there and be like, yo, you better wire some money to my fucking family right now, or I'll fucking beat the shit out of you, and I'll take this broom and shove it up your ass. And they'll do it. I've heard.
Yeah, that's the system or whoever, just fucking with him, because that's not an oversight. That's not anything like that. That's, okay, this dude's been saying fuck the police, everything, he's been acting the way he's been acting for so long while he's been free. We're putting him in a position to get hurt. You know what I mean?
Right,
and that's too much.
It's a little bit, It's like he already got a target on his back. I mean, you never did that shit to motherfucking Martha Stewart, so don't do it to Tekashi.
Yep. But in my opinion, what they're trying to do, and once again, I don't know the character of this man, but then they took him out of general population and put him in, witness protection type situation.
Isolation.
So then they throw out the whole narrative of, well, he's there because he's snitching. Well, it's like, no, he's famous.
Right.
So he shouldn't be with the fucking general population.
Right.
You're rich and famous. Yeah, no, you shouldn't get special treatment, but you should definitely be in that other sector.
Right. Now, that's true. I mean, what do you think, when throwing Mike Tyson in general population is not really a worry.
Right.
Mike is like, as long as they don't shank me, I'll fuck everybody up.
But you know what, too? It is a thing of, there's still those dumb motherfuckers who would just be like, nah, I bet you he ain't really.
I could take him. He's looking for that one shot. I bet you I can sneak him and knock him out.
Exactly.
Mike done took shots, man.
Oh, you're a funny guy. You hit like a bitch.
Right.
I didn't mean bitches hit a certain way. I mean the term of
Listen, women can fight just as well as men. Listen, women are made exactly like men. There are absolutely no difference between men and women. You need to learn this. Listen, you can have a baby through your butthole. This is just facts. This is just facts.
Facts only.
Facts only.
Yeah, we're joshing, we're joking, but some of it's real. Is it real? I don't know. You tell me. How far is it gonna have to go?
It's going. I'll tell you that, man. It's going. It's getting weird.
It's weird.
But I don't know if it's getting weird in real life. You know what I mean? I know it's getting weird on the internet. I know it's getting weird on Soch.
Yeah, the Soch.
But I don't know if it's getting weird in real life.
But what's fucked up is the Soch turns into that real life. It's like that becomes it. You know what I mean? It's like it wasn't something, but the Soch is gonna make it something.
Yeah.
It's like it wasn't planted in nobody's mind until you niggas put it there and put water on that motherfucker daily.
Let it grow.
Let it grow.
Let it grow.
You need to let it go, nigga. Just I say fight the fight when it needs to be fought. Other than that, get the fuck out of the kitchen.
Right.
Because we cooking in here, cut.
Cooking out here. Yeah, man. Once again, episode 50. And going into that line of thinking, the craziness that has happened with Kevin Hart. He was slated to host the Oscars.
Yep.
And then some old tweets from 2010, 2011 came back to haunt him, even though these are tweets that have already come back to haunt him,
Right.
that he's already apologized for like 5-6 years ago.
Right.
They were refound and rehashed and they want him to apologize again.
Right. They called for his head.
Called for his nugget.
Right. And I guess they broke his balls so damn much that he was like, you know what? I ain't going to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
He stepped down and said, I'm out. Find your other token, nigga. I don't. I think Dave Chappelle's available. I don't.
Well, and this is the thing, too, is that it was his choice, I guess, to step down, and I don't know if he had pressure from anybody else, but the Oscars need him more than he needs them. Like,
Yeah, now
nobody
they're
watches fucking...
Now they're scrambling. Who we gonna get? Who we gonna get? Who we gonna
Yeah.
get? And now you got to search every motherfucker that you put up there in front of that microphone. Like, oh, God, is something's going to happen? Is there going to do it
Right.
again? I don't even know.
But that's the thing is nobody watches award shows anymore. Like, man, I'm not on Facebook on a personal page anymore, but the Watermelon versus Pumpkin podcast page is on Facebook if you want to look that up. Also on Instagram. But, yeah, I'm not on there personally anymore. But even I remember going on and at, say, like age 33 and just being like, holy fuck, people still watch the MTV Music Awards. And it'd be people like my age where I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? So there aren't, I know that viewership has dropped off dramatically, but there still are
I mean,
people
not many
that
people
watch.
are watching cable these days.
Yeah.
It's like a new wave.
Especially live TV.
Right,
like, you don't watch it when it actually happens either.
It's usually grandma at home like, who's that Cayenne? That Cayenne West. It's Kanye, man. But, I mean, good for him in a sense. It's like, all right, don't break my balls. Like he said, he apologized already about it, and now you're gonna still come at the fucking guy. And he's like, look, I already said what I said, man. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
You know what? Keep your little Oscars and go ahead, man. You know what I mean? Because he, like you said, they needed him more because he's hot right now in the comic world. You know what I mean? That's why they wanted him because, he's still in the face. He's still relevant.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, too, where they would have had a whole sector of people, blacks, that would have watched the Oscars that don't watch the Oscars. And now they're going to miss out on that entire, because I don't know when the Oscars are, but this shit is going to die down before the Oscars happen, So they're not even going to get the bump of this news. It's just going to be bad for them all the way around. But I respect him for not apologizing again. Because even, like, the tweets aren't crazy, and they weren't blanket statements about all gays and everything like that. Like, he was doing the thing, and mind you, once again, this is 8 years ago, where he was, like, making fun of his friends for wearing something weird, and he was like, man, that shit looks gay. Like, you remember in his stand-up where he was talking about, man, if my son starts to act gay, whatever, I'm going to be like, no, that's gay. It was expounding upon that. Like, and it was just a joke because he's a fucking comedian,
right? And that's what kills him, man. It's like now the content of comedy has to be structured in a way like no, can't say that. And then it's gonna be like nobody can be talked about. And then what's left for a comedian to be comical about? You can't talk about the gays, blacks, whites. Yeah,
Well, yes, you can. You can talk about those whites. Yes, you can. You can shit on white people, man. And I'll tell you who.
Paul Mooney?
Well, that's his entire thing. Because Paul Mooney doesn't want people to know that he's gay, so he just fucking puts up this shield so bad when it's like general knowledge among the comedians that he's at least bi. But no, man, I loved him from the Kings of Comedy, D.L. Hughley.
DL. Yeah.
Bro, he has a new special on Netflix. It's just about white people and how whack they are. And it's like, dude,
I think that's ran its course. Watermelon, I could talk ourselves. We that's part of these comedy bits here. We've killed that material, I think. It's because there's always that, and the comedy bit, everybody knows it. The black people are this way, white people are that way. This is how we do things. This is how y'all do things. I mean, that's almost like, I get it. The white people in the scary movies, they run to the danger, we run away. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, how many times can you recycle that joke? You know what I mean? It's like, white
Cedric
people
the Entertainer did it the best. And like same shit on Kings of Comedy. When Cedric the Entertainer did it all, we go on the they hope, we wish, that all that shit, like it was really funny. But once again, that shit was at least 10 years ago. But so, I pop on the new D.L. Hughley special and I'm just like, Really? So just white people are the worst forever? Like that's it? Just
Yes.
Oh my God! And, see, and if it was a white guy,
let me answer that for you. Yes.
yeah, man. And I get it, but it's just one of those like it's just constant of,
Right.
and I'm sure that there's somebody out there going like, now you know how black people feel, and yeah, but it's
Right.
just. It's so at least when somebody makes fun of black people, now everyone's just like, no, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. But white people, you know,
Right.
you can have it.
You know who does pretty funny ones? Bill Burr. He's fucking funny. I like Burr. Burr's stand-up, man, when he goes on his rants about shit, you know. And he sounds like he's probably going to get some content blurred out for in a second, too. You know, like those edgy guys, you know, George Carlin, you know what I mean? Like, God, those guys would get killed. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? A guy like fucking Andrew Dice Clay trying to survive right
Today?
now? Not a chance, bro. Not a chance. Me
Right?
Too would chew you up, nigga. Spit
Yeah.
out that motherfucking nice hair, cuz.
But it's a thing too where like I said, I question if anybody is actually offended or if they see it and they go and like they detect like, well, this equals this, so I should be offended by it. But I don't know if they actually are offended by it. You know what I'm saying?
Is there like one person responsible for giving the shot? All right, I'm gonna speak for the rest of everybody. Like,
Yeah.
I can speak like not every black person is down with Al Sharpton. You know, what I'm saying?
Right.
Like some people think he's a situational kind of guy. Like, all right, Al,
He's an ambulance chaser.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, is there one person in and this is just genuine questions. Now, don't chastise us for not knowing. We need to know. 203-594-6977. Let us know.
Call or text.
Call or text. Is there some main person or maybe a small group that's responsible for letting us know what and what? Now, can we no longer cross-dress as for comedy sense? Is that going to be attacked now too?
I bet you it will be viewed as insensitive. Like eventually,
For cross-dressers.
people will try to towards the trans community. Maybe
Trans community, the QG.
people will try to line it up with blackface. You know what I mean? They'll
Right.
just be like, nope, that's not. But once again, whiteface, no problem. You know what I mean? Like whenever Dave Chappelle wants to do a show and dress up like a white person, and oh my God, guys, I can't believe it. If fucking Sean and Marlon Wayans do an entire movie
White
called
Chicks.
White Chicks, and the movie's funny. I'm not saying that it's
Right,
not funny.
right,
It's just
right.
like look at how the scales tip of like,
Right.
no, can't do that. But you know
Right.
that's completely fine. Like make fun of white people
And
forever.
I know the only one that kind of get away with the blackface a little bit, new age, I would say Tropic Thunder.
But even how you were saying nowadays, like, dude, you got to remember that was like 10 years ago.
That was.
That shit's never happening right now.
It's like, you did what, man? But actually, it is on social media because there is a lot of your fucking the Catch Me Outside, and the other one that they and it's pretty obvious. Like, God, it's just that's so insulting. Not everybody in the motherfucking black community got to talk like that.
Yeah, Tropic Thunder, 2008.
2008.
Yep.
Damn, about to be 11 years in this motherfucker.
Time flies.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just the sensitivity level of things, man. It's like, God, can a nigga laugh what he want to laugh at? You know, and then, like, I feel like my laughter is not. I've never left a fucking watching comedy bit and it was like, man, I really hate those gays. He was so right, you know.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like
That is the thing, too, where I feel like it's gotten to that point where, like I said, nobody knows what they can make fun of besides you can make fun of white people and you can make fun of, like, the food on airplanes and, corny shit like that.
Right.
But the whole equal rights thing, like, if everybody wants to be equal, which I think everybody should be equal, you got to take this hit, too. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be malleable enough to take that hit and be like, okay, and understand under the context, they're fucking joking.
Right.
And yes, there's always truth hidden inside jokes, but just understand that they're fucking joking and telling a joke.
Right, it's
like
entertainment.
making
Right.
comedy of the situation where I think everybody is so fucking, like I said, I don't think people are actually offended to the level that everybody pretends that they are. You know what I mean?
Right. It's a heightened emotion. Everybody's on their monthly. Sorry. And that was a bad joke. See, I get fucking killed for that joke. Am I being insensitive to women going through their menstrual? No, but
Whoa,
being a
and now
man.
you're going to say that only women have periods? Because that's not...
All I'm saying is, I know when my lady's going through a menstrual, and I usually stand the fuck clear. And I know it's going to happen before it happens. Men, you out there know, if you're with a woman long enough, you know that week before the shit happens, it's very, rant. And I'm like, yeah, that shit about to happen. And then you can't mention it because then it's like, rawr.
No, it is wild. Like they become different people.
Right. It's mere observation,
it's
man.
Yo, it's a mere observation.
It's mere observation. You know, like niggas could go in their bag, and women could like, yeah, for a big strong man, that nigga gets sensitive as hell. Start talking about his damn hair missing off his mustache. He started fucking want to fight the family. Like niggas get it too. But it becomes this whole big ball of, you know, emotional disconnect, man. You know, it's okay to laugh at a nigga that, you know.
To laugh at something that's funny, you know?
Right. It's if you don't find it funny, then turn the page.
Yeah. But that's the thing too, where if you don't find it funny, you don't have to pay attention to it. And that's where everything seems to have come to a head of like, well, if I don't find it funny, then I need to do something about it, and I need to go and be a fucking social justice warrior, and I need to go and make the change. But there isn't even a change needed, because that's the thing too, where Kevin Hart had mentioned about, man, if people spent so much time searching for these old fucking tweets of mine, you can at least spend the time to go and search for that old apology, because I've already apologized about this shit.
Right.
And nothing he said was that fucking bad. Like I said, he didn't come out with any blanket statements of like, all gays are fill in the blank. You know what I mean? It was nothing like that. It was just
come out like Paula Dean. Niggers.
Yeah. And that's okay. And I'm sure she's back cooking somewhere, you know?
Not on the network though. But now I'm wondering too with Kevin Hart, is this whole thing, or is it gonna be like the Illuminati behind the scenes thing that's gonna really is he gonna now not get gigs places because of what happened with the Oscars, you know? We can't put you in this Pepsi commercial, Kev. Sorry. You know what I mean? Is it going to be that, you know,
maybe
tedious now because, oh, I didn't know that. Well, we can't do that because we have sponsors from the Me Too move and we have sponsors from this and activists, and that's fine. But damn, can a nigga get both?
Yeah, I think he's good with I think he kind of like runs his own ship now. So I can't imagine that it will never fuck up his money.
Right.
Because, like I said, he didn't get kicked off the fucking Oscars. He went
left.
like, you know what? You can have it.
Right. All they did was ask him to apologize again. Is that what
I
it
don't
was?
even know. I think it was literally social media outcry to apologize. Like, I don't even think.
See, how does
I
that
don't
work?
know
No,
what
they
the
wouldn't even-
Oscars have done at all. And like
Okay.
you were saying with that, and I don't know who starts it, but it gains steam behind it. Like 2 years ago, why the fuck did all women dye their hair gray?
Right.
I don't know. Someone said, "Fucking hey, dye your hair gray."
All
And
it
they were
takes
like,
is
"Oh
a-
my god, should I? Should I?"
All it takes is a model or two, and then they, you know, a real fine ass woman, a real hot chick. You know, one of your Instagram models. That's the bar now.
IG.
Your IG model, hot. She puts platinum hair on.
Influencers.
You know what I mean? Because there's been times I was a fan, you know, but maybe sometimes I like a little older woman. Sometimes maybe that's a little deep infatuation. I don't. Yeah, let me get a drink of water.
Could be in there.
Nah, but you know, it's the wave. All it takes is a couple people to think it's dope. With the fucking I call them man purses, but they're European handbags. You know, those are messenger bags.
Those shits are fucking fanny packs that you put on diagonally across your chest. That's
Big
all
ass
that it is.
fanny bags.
That's all that shit is.
As my nephew had one time, and we were getting on him. Oh man, I mean, they could have arrested us for the jokes we had. It's like, oh, and that's all in good fun. It's like, yeah, anybody, and it's like the family. We got gay family members that sit right in the fucking room with us and laugh at the same jokes.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I
Because they know it's a fucking joke.
right, and it's like because you know, like my sister-in-law, her uncle, very openly gay dude, man, Uncle Bob. And
B.O.B..
He's a bugged out dude. He says some shit that your average person might be like, oh, this makes me uncomfortable because should I make a big stink? Like he's saying weird gay things and I'm not gay and I'm offended. Like I'm like, Bob, what's up, man? I brought some muffins, man. Want some muffins? He goes, you know, Mike, I haven't had a good muffin top in a long time. You know what I mean? Nah, Bob, it's blueberry in there is what I'm telling you.
That's all I'm saying, Bob.
You know, and then we laugh about it in his room.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, damn, Bob, you took it last night? You got a little funny walk, man. You was catching? You know what I mean? He laughing, he get the shit. You know, it's like that's the kind of flow you need to have, man. If you accept the shit and the motherfucker's cool with you, and it's like, yo, you gay and it's cool, but let me crack jokes on you.
Well, I think some people want to turn it into, oh my God, they made a joke, which means they want them all to die. And it's like, you have connected two dots that do not connect. When it was like, whoa.
Not even, you can't put the Big Dipper with the Little Dipper.
Yeah.
They're a little separate.
When all you said was like, hey, man, your voice sounds funny. Oh, my God, he wants them all to die. Whoa.
I've met homophobic people that, like, there's an agenda. They all got an agenda. Like, yo, don't call me no dumb shit like that.
Right?
You worry about your dick and what you do with it. You'll be just fine.
Exactly.
But
and on top of that, and don't worry what I don't want to do with my dick. That seems to be the era that we're getting rushed into now, where it's just like,
well, why don't you accept us? No, just because I'm not jumping on the ledge and say I declare this a beautiful thing. I declare it as it's your right, and that's cool, man. You could do that, bro.
I think people have a problem with people not caring, because for me. Right. I don't care if you're gay. That does not mean that I don't like it. It's and maybe like is the wrong word. Maybe don't accept it. Right? Yeah. Because I don't care what anybody does or who they love. You know what I mean? As long as it's not a fucking animal or a child. Right. You know? Because people can't make their own decisions, and obviously a dog is gonna love you regardless. Just don't fuck it in the butt. You know?
He might walk backwards around you. Like, hey, exactly. Here come this nigga. Hey, I'll bite your ass this time.
But I think a lot of it gets turned into because you're not fucking. You know, like I said, bro, in the future, it's going to turn into suck that dick to show me that you're not homophobic. And like,
grab it.
These aren't connected.
Right.
You know?
Go with me to this gay club tonight, and then you'll prove it. You'll prove it, and then you're fine with us. Like, is that what it is? Can I be fine with say, hey, do you think, bro?
That's all I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? It's just like, hey, man, do your thing.
Do your thing.
Cool. But no. But you're not over here being gay with us. Well, because I'm not gay. So that's where the disconnect happens.
And it's not like I can't be in the same room and politic with a bunch of gay. I've got, like I said, there's gay family members, there's gay people I know and friends, and it's like, listen, man, nobody cares, man. I done shot some of the best jokes at some gay people that I knew. They were just cracking the fuck up. Mm-hmm. Shout out to my man Jay Lease, man. And I ain't gonna put your whole government out there. My man Jay Lease, man. Because he is an openly bisexual gay man, and when we were doing a lot of our shows, the bacon shows, and we did the gay one, his favorite fucking one. We
did the fudge packing episode where we made fudge, we made actual fudge. It's on the channel, man. Give it a look.
It's the fudge packing episode, but he found it hilarious, and he showed his boyfriend, and they fucking found it to be the funniest thing. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like, they get it. It's humor. You know what I mean? I'm like, you're talking about gays and packing fudge, and he's doing things with his neck and snapping and twisting. Like, it's funny, man. It's okay, you know?
Yeah. But if you were famous, I'm sure it would have been, oh my God.
Right.
Oh my God. He did a gay episode.
He did a gay. Like God, God willingly, if we do get to that point of superstardom, that will come back one day. Like, what about when you did that?
Yeah.
What about when you did you guys had all kinds of gay innuendos? Get them out of here. Fuck you. You just took it from a tree for crying out loud.
But man, shout out to Nick Cannon, because Nick Cannon came out to Kevin Hart's defense and put out a couple of tweets from old tweets from white comedians, some white female comedians from back in the day, and was like, hey, nothing's wrong with this, from Sarah Silverman saying like, hey, no offense, but the new Bachelor is a fag, and blah blah blah, and all this other stuff, and from Chelsea Handler, from Amy Schumer, came out with a whole bunch of old tweets about but what about this, where it's just jokes can happen. I don't know. Like I said, maybe it's just bigger on social media than it is in real life. But then in real life, I also know that colleges are losing their fucking minds with properness and fucking. You can't be like that. Yes, we could do freedom of speech, but if I don't like what you're saying, then we can't do freedom of speech, and I'm gonna stand in front of the stage and not let you talk. So it's
like I went to I was at a college not too long ago when they were in the dorm. They had the men's, women's, and then all gender bathroom.
Wow.
And it was like, and it was funny because I went to when I was at a club a couple weeks back, and I got to the bathroom, so I go, and it's like, listen, shoot me if you want, but when I see shit that's new to me, it fucking startled me. So I get to the door, and it's like it says all gender, and I was like, okay, and I look to the left because they're side by side, and then I did that, and they both said the same thing. I'm like, oh, I could just go in here. It's new, man. I'm used to men's room, women's room, and then maybe a family room, It's like, that's what I'm used to. So when I fucking stuttered, then I was like, damn, is somebody in the club looking like, look at this insensitive asshole, scared.
He doesn't want to go in.
He doesn't want to go in. He doesn't want to go into the all gender. What does he think? There's going to be AIDS in there? It's going to be a gay guy waiting to take it from him? No, it's just, I was confused. I went in, but I'm just saying, it's
going in.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man, you can't.
But man, I'll put it to you like this: people want that equality, but at a point, people aren't going to want that equality, because I'll tell you like this, bro. You're at a club like that where people are getting lit, and maybe not lit, but lit. A girl's going to see a penis in that
Oh,
bathroom.
they fucking in that bathroom.
Yeah, like, and there could be that, but I'm talking about that's consensual.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you, there's going to be an unconsensual viewing of a penis in that fucking bathroom.
It's gonna be this whole big to do, and
Yep.
people are gonna get arrested, and it's gonna be fucking athlete. Oh, an athlete was in the bathroom in the club, and he fucking whipped it out, and he slammed her in the head with it.
Like, yo, you got people drunk as fuck. You're taking a piss at the urinal. But when I say you, I don't mean you. But somebody's taking a piss at the urinal. The hottest woman you've ever seen walks in. You might have some drinks, and at some point, someone's going to show somebody a private part.
Right. I mean, at the bathroom, I'm trying to remember if it was a locker behind you, and I don't think it was, because I think there was a urinal and a stall.
Yep.
So I think it's kind of like I'm sitting there, and come on in, shorty. Ooh, let me help you. Now can we say we got sexually harassed? Which, that's the thing that guys, you don't really hear about too often.
No.
It's like, it's because we got the bad image. We're horn dogs. And I guess that's what we do. But not too many guys, will be like, she tried to take it from me.
Exactly. Well, and because that's not accepted anymore. You know what I mean? Like, if there's turn down a girl and see what happens. Like, it's not okay.
Right. I said that one time. My girl was like, you don't know what it's like. I said, well, look, we hunt. We're hunters. That's what we do. I'm trying to get some, and then the girls will get mad like, oh, you get all upset if you don't get none. It's like, yeah, how about if I say no to you once? I'm fucking cheating on you now.
Exactly.
I turn you down like, no, I ain't in the mood. I got a headache. Oh, this nigga's fucking somebody.
Yep. I've had a girl accuse me of cheating because my nut wasn't as big as it normally is.
Yep. No, something's wrong there. Maybe I rubbed one out before you got here. You ever think of that?
It was wild to where it was just like, literally like, okay, guys, warning coming up. There's going to be some XXX material. Like, literally came in her mouth and like then she like dropped my dick. It was like, okay. And I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, what happened? Did something come out that's
and
not
then
normally
like
coming out?
Going from orgasm to argument, which is probably the name of this episode, is fucking ridiculous.
OTAs in the building.
Hey, yo, B!
Some OTAs out here.
Yeah, man. No, but like you said, turn down a girl.
Oh, you doing something wrong. Oh, he did what?
But then, and even if it's not a girl who might be attracted to you, if it's a girl who might be attracted to you, turn that woman down that you might not know, and then you're all types of fucking gay. You're all types of fags. You're all types of, when it's like, hey, maybe I'm just not attracted to you.
And I got a news flash. I hear more gay people say fag and gay fucking shit all the time. Like one time, this gay guy, I knew he was downtown, and some guy was walking his dog, and he was very flamboyant. He had the arch in his back. He had his dog, and his dog had shit outside on the sidewalk, and he kept it moving. And the guy Bruno, because that's Bruno he was like, he goes, look at that fucking fag queen. You can't pick it up. I'm just sitting there like, bro, can you say that? Like, damn, if I would have said that shit, you would have beat me down.
Right?
But he let the shit out.
Or at least tried.
Right. Yeah, he could have been strong. No, not him. But there's some strong ones out there. You know what I'm saying? We need to throw that over.
No, man, there's some bodybuilder fucking.
Right, yeah. Dudes that are they're taking a boxing. I even see some shit where they had gay gangs in California. Like, they was out there fucking people up. Like, hey, we beat people down. What you want
listen,
to do?
Biggie was talking about it. Biggie was talking about fucking people in the ass, and I'm not talking about women, man. He was fuck him in the ass, throw him over the bridge. Come on, man.
Salt on the wound.
Yep.
Sodomy. Biggie was into sodomy a little bit.
Broomsticks. No, but there was actually, I forget and I don't know what to call him, but I think gentleman now's name, but the first transgender boxer had his first professional fight and won. And it was
so he's
born woman,
okay,
became a man,
okay,
but then got into boxing and just had his first professional fight and won. So the dude that lost got beat up by a girl.
But, like, that can't even be a joke. That's funny, but that's like that can't even be a joke anymore without somebody be like, you can't say that.
Because you know how Mike Tyson's voice has always been something that people have cracked on, but this dude. He won the fight. In my opinion, you would never know except for then they interviewed him after, and that was what the entire interview was about. But it was And I just won, and because I've been doing this my whole life, and it was like, holy fuck, you would never expect it.
Right,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Like damn, facial hair shit too. I know they take hormones and shit.
Had
Yeah,
a beard,
it's like
was
hormone
like
shots.
a Spanish dude, just normal Spanish dude that you would see and not think twice about. But once started speaking, you're like, oh goodness, yeah. But
no, it's gonna be that move, man. It's like,
but see, now to me, like that is okay to go that direction. But you can't have fucking. Oh, there was some. I forget what it was. It was like rugby or something like that. But I saw one like, dude, you can't go the other direction. You can't be born a man and then go start playing women's sports because you know what? You're gonna fucking win. Like that shit's not okay. Like the guys that are born guys, and I'm not saying it's a choice, man. Maybe it's something that you severely feel inside you. I don't know how it is, but whatever it is, and then go start playing against women like wrestling and shit. You're like, dude, come on.
Right.
Man, I don't have a sister, but I know if I had a sister and I wrestled her, I would fucking win, And
and it's nothing but just physically and genetically, men are of the higher percentile stronger than women. It's just it's just proven over time. It's proven in our genes. It's and that's why we look at it as like when a guy's beating on a woman, you look at it that way because like, oh, hey, you're so much fucking stronger than her because that's how it normally is. Your average woman is what 5'5", maybe
something like that.
5'4".
And of course, there's exceptions to the rule, but most of the time,
right, of the
like
majority. When we say these things, it's of the majority, guys. It's that's all it is. Statistically, men are stronger than women.
How dare you?
It's like the takeover's not happening, guys. Don't worry.
Take over.
Things have been ran the way they've been ran, and everybody's running around trying to get their shit together.
But yeah, man, I'm glad that I'm not, for as much as I wish I could go back in time and, be and not see a lot of people want to like go through high school again. That's not for me. I wish I could start at like 21 again. You know what I mean? That type of thing.
Yeah,
and
21 again is good.
Have the knowledge that I have now. And even like I didn't have any bad experiences in high school. High school was great for me, but I just feel weird when like you meet people. Like I'm about to be 36 now, and I'll still like see people out and be like, "Oh shit, man! Remember in high school when? Don't they fucking what are we doing right now? Like,
you want to remember that time down here?
I feel bad for people that high school was the best years of their life.
Right,
you know what I mean? Shit like that.
Right. Yeah, I know. Mine's came like after like I don't know. My high school was I got through. I was cool. People. I wasn't involved with a bunch of crazy shit. You know what I mean? Graduated, did my thing. But I enjoyed more of the 21 and over, the adult world. You know what I mean? Being in the club.
Yeah.
The high school shit was what it was. But sometimes I used to be in high school just looking at niggas is just dumb. They used to be doing stupid shit. Like I remember one time there was a walkout in high school. Yo, son, we walking out. What for? What we doing? Why we walking out? I don't know, son. We just going. Yeah, man, I ain't fuck with you. I don't. You give me something, man. I ain't just gonna walk out because motherfuckers is just choosing to walk out because it's a day to get out of school. I don't even know what it's a fight. They try and get rid of us. Who are they? And who us? Like who? Like students or the black students? And what did they do? I don't know. We just walking out. Yeah, I got time for that shit.
Man.
Yeah. It's just
like you said, make it about something.
Yeah, and high school was real clicky. You know what I mean? I just never fought cliques. I had my people, but then they joined gangs and clicky. I just fuck with who I fuck with. You know what I mean? It was
clicky.
Clicky got the sticky with the blicky.
But yeah, people get trapped into that shit, and sometimes you gotta learn to move along.
Cut it
and
out.
So now, speaking of people moving along, the worst rapper ever who has all of a sudden become the best rapper ever.
Who is it?
I just, in my personal opinion, Cardi B is fucking garbage. But she's in the news now.
I've heard worse. I like Cardi a little bit. Yeah, I'm here.
I can't do it.
Yeah, the only thing is
she seems like the type of person to brag about that her pussy stinks. You know what I mean? And I just be like, why are you so?
She's just ratchet, and people love it. I give her that. She's like, well, this. I'm gonna come out here. I'm from the hood. I talk with how you could tell. Maybe not had the best education, but like, fuck it. I was a stripper. I had my pussy out. I had my ass. She listen, my ass and my titties is fake. So what? And what? As most like, no, it's not. Like Kim and him. Like, I didn't really get both. I didn't get like cut it out. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And she knew damn well. Like, listen, I was at that time. I was using my body to get money. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I respect it. Like, all right, But yeah, Cardi Busy is now no longer Wizzy to the Nizzy off Sizzy. They get it.
I believe you just said that Cardi B is no longer with Offset.
There it is. Ding, ding, ding. Why do I ding noise when we got a fucking bell?
Why do we ding when we got the ding?
Yeah, listen. So, yeah, they're separated, man.
Oh, man.
So.
It was a tale as old as time.
I mean.
Thought it was going to last forever.
I mean, they got married and had a kid within a year of fucking being together.
Which is the way to go.
Right. It's I just met you. You're famous. I'm famous. Let's get married and have a kid. And she's surprised that he was fucking around with chicks. The niggas from Migos.
Yeah.
And, you know, he fuck bad bitches. That's his fucking problem.
Well, that's another thing that I've always thought of is the whole, if you are famous and rich and all that other stuff, why the fuck would you ever try? Like, yeah, go fuck Cardi B, but why would you ever like pretend that you're?
And if you're not ready for that life, nigga, then don't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He did that whole, we keep you around, you the one. Why play games with her? Why play games with yourself, nigga? If you're not ready for that shit, then just let it, I ain't ready to settle down. Cut the bullshit, you know? You might fuck around and fuck up in the future because you guys are dwindled, but this shit is fresh and new.
Right?
It ain't like y'all been 10 years together and it's like, I fucked up. Pussy got old, I fucked up.
But also, she's super stupid with he cheated before and she forgave him. When it's like, dude, if you're in a relationship where somebody cheats, that's all that's ever going to happen. Like, it never, listen, and there might be one relationship that might have slipped through the cracks where this has happened.
There's
but
some,
listen,
there's some I know that they got it together, but I just know for me, I could never.
No, if somebody cheats, like, it's never going to happen just once. Like, that's just not going to happen.
Once
like
you cross
that.
the line, it was an accident. No. People shooting themselves.
That's the worst fucking excuse ever, because I've had that shit said to me before too, where it's like, don't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, nothing was an accident.
Right. Falling off your bike is an accident. Getting hit by a car, that's an accident.
Right. Like, yeah, you made a choice.
Falling on a dick is not.
Right. But yeah, no, that was the weird thing where, like, I heard that he cheated before and then she forgave him, but you're like, well, that's only going to happen again.
Right.
Then it did happen again. And the only thing I do respect is that she actually left him instead of Beyonce, who, like, well, I mean, I'll just make an album about it and we can stay together.
I'll talk shit and then we'll stay together and the kids, you know, it's whatever. They love us.
Hey, yo, B, let's co-parent.
Let's co-parent the right way. I'm sorry I did what I did. My penis has control over me. You know, it's... So they're going, but it's the big social. Then some people are like, is it just a prank for social media buzz? You know, you never know nowadays. People do shit like that just to get a spotlight.
Yeah.
Look at me, look at me, look at me. And they do crazy shit like pretending they broke up. But this seems pretty legit, I guess. And then she's changing the lyrics of her song that she had, the motorsport song that he's on it with her. And I told Offset when she said something. So she changed the lyrics and you hear the girls like, oh, she said, they got a divorce.
She said what's actually happening.
Yeah, she changed sport to divorce. It was crazy. She's a lyricist. Well, I think actually somebody writes her shit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she does not write her own.
Nah, because she don't have the cloth. You know what I mean? She didn't come up. She don't have that. Like, I've been writing. Like, you interview her, she ain't gonna tell you she's been writing music since she was 12. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's not that one. You know what I mean? She was on a reality fucking show. Yeah, she might have loved music, but I don't think she was a enthusiast writer, you know.
Yeah, no, I think it was just one of those, she saw it as a path to get some money, and she did, so.
And she was good at it, you know. It's just like repeating. The only thing like, when she does that, and I think she sounds like that, so I guess that's her voice, but that deep, look at too. You know, that's the Cardi B deep voice. You know, Young M.A. it works for her because, you know, she's got the look with the deep voice.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, with Cardi B, like, you can tell it's like, yeah, that's not your real voice. Like T-Top in Battling, when you're like, no, that's not your real voice. Like, he puts on his rapper voice, you know? Right,
it's a rapper voice. And I guess that everybody has one. I mean, Cannabis doesn't walk around talking like that. I pissed a second summer. All right, guy. I just asked you if you want that paper or plastic.
I don't care if you have the skills to eat somebody's ass, and I don't, okay? I don't want to...
I just want to watch this movie. So they're out there. Cardi B is no longer with. So if you guys are an available bachelor and you want to throw your name in the hat with Cardi B, go ahead. She's available, guys.
You want some well-worn tread. You know what I mean? Hey, some people buy used tires. You know what it is.
But so Offset is now available too. And I guess the big beef was The girl that looks like she's 17. I forgot China something. She goes by something China doll, some shit. That's the girl that the big shit happened over. That they had this thing. He had a thing for her, and he was kind of supposedly trying to help her out because she's into music and help her get her career started. And she goes, I didn't even know she's playing the dumb stuff. I'm sorry to Cardi, and she's crying, feeling like she had something. Like, stop giving yourself too much credit, boo.
That's just promo.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't want to ruin anybody's marriage. And, she's like on TMZ with this shit. And it's like, come on, cut this shit.
No, that's just promo. And she got what she wanted, so shout out to her.
So now people are paying attention. So now you got to come with your product. You got good music, then put it out because now's your time, honey.
Right.
They're watching.
Yeah. You got the most eyes looking at you that are going to be looking at you.
Yeah. That's the thing, guys. When the light's on you, you better attack or it's going to go away. Because everybody knows in the entertainment world, it could be a flash in the pan, man.
15 minutes.
Shout out to Kevin Hart. He know what he doing. Just like, nigga, I'm riding it until my wheels come out.
The only thing that I wish Kevin Hart would have done was hosted the Oscars to let people know, because that's what I'm waiting for somebody to do. That's why, like I said, I respect Trump in the sense of he was just like, oh, yeah, Stormy Daniels, I fucked her and paid her off, but yeah, I'm still running for president. Like, everything that they came up with to where a normal politician would have been like, oh, I'm sorry, and I'll drop
he
out.
Didn't back you're right.
He was like,
grab
him
by the pussy. That would have got anybody. Bill Clinton.
Oh,
they would have got
anybody.
Anybody would have, Barack would have been roasted. Oh, there he goes.
Yo, and people forget that grab her by the pussy shit was before the fucking election. Right. That shit happened. He still got elected.
He still got elected.
Once again, I'm not saying that I'm a fan of him. I'm a fan of the actions that he took in those particular situations. To where that's where I wish Kevin Hart would have just been like, no, fuck you. I apologize for that shit 5 years ago. I'm still hosting this shit. Like check. That's where I wish, like, because I think people in that type of power can change the narrative of like, no, that happened, but I'm still doing this. Like, you can't stop me from doing it. And I understand, like, he doesn't need the money. He doesn't need the exposure. He doesn't need any of that shit.
It's a fuck you statement.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's where I wish that he would have just been like, no, fuck you. I'm still doing this.
Right. I'm still pursuing happiness because Will Smith did, and it's my turn.
Yeah. So I wish that he came out with that. But it's a cold, cold world. And speaking of coldness, baby, it's cold outside. Can't say that anymore.
Oh, as you know, it's holiday time,
Yo,
folks.
Offended by everything.
Listen, it's holiday time, and Christmas is here. So invading your airwaves or your stream world is the Christmas songs that come out there as our favorites that we listen to. Feliz Navidad, who we can bring to fruition just for talking about. So if you're listening, just because we said it, you're probably going to hear the song now. That's
what people don't understand about Feliz Navidad, it's 4 fucking lines, and it's the best song ever.
I know. It's so great. It's like them niggas got checks and royalties forever for that little chant.
I listened to that shit like 30 times in a row the other day, because you can, bro. If you put that shit on repeat, that shit just goes.
It's like, yo, let it rock. But there's a Christmas song that comes out every year. You all know. It's an old classic one. It's called It's Cold Outside. I don't know the name of the song, actually.
I think it might be Baby It's Cold Outside.
Baby It's Cold Outside.
You'll know it by
Baby It's Cold Outside. What I call the thirstiest song ever. Like, he is trying to do what men usually do, is persuade the woman when they're trying to. Isn't this adult shit? Isn't that what adults do?
Yeah.
Don't we try to woe the woman to get, loving? Isn't that the
damn,
game?
baby, you don't want to go home. It's cold outside. Stay in here where it's warm and let me put my dick in you.
Right. And it doesn't matter if you it doesn't matter if you're the gay community, because if you're a gay man and you're trying to allure another gay man, you're gonna be just as thirsty. Like, come on, would you just come over? Would you go? It's the same game, no matter what fucking aim you got. It's the same fucking game. Women trying to bag women, they're gonna say the same shit. Come on, just stay with me. Come hold me. You know what I mean? Let me. So the song was about basically him trying to persuade her. It's cold outside. Let me just stay. I gotta go. No,
stay for one more drink. That type of thing.
Stay one more drink. Let's have a nightcap. Real shit. But no, they're saying he was on a date raping, pushing agenda now, and there's like a handful of cities here, big cities in the United States, who banned radio stations in the cities in the United States who banned that song from being played on their radio station.
Hot shit.
Because it's being forced as the date rape song now.
It's now it's been called like a rape anthem, you know?
Right. It's like
when this is the thing too, but with all the Me Too movement and the empowerment of women and all that, everybody's pretending like now women don't know how to say no. That's weird too.
Right.
To where it's like, okay, the girl in that song, or any girl ever who's like has a man hitting on them, say no.
Right.
Like,
I gotta go.
And I get to
Right.
that. Like,
And then
women
if he
say,
gets to that point
"Hey,
of raping
we're
us,
smaller. We don't know what can happen at any point. You can kill us or rape us and all that."
Right.
I get that, but also I can't do anything about that. You know what I
Right.
mean? But
And that's some of
that's
that
the
shit.
thing too. Is like stop pretending that every woman is a victim. To where, yo, you can say no. Like
Right.
that's not a fucking.
And that's why I loved when Pamela Lee had came out. You know, we mentioned that before. Like, and she was like, "Look, I'm gonna get a lot of shit." She's like, "I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this being a woman, but some of it, she's Me Too. They go too far sometimes."
Yeah.
She was like, "Listen, I know." She was the best thing. She was that all I know is growing up, my mother taught me. You know, if it doesn't seem right, you probably shouldn't be there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If he's trying to convince you to come around and do something to get that play, get that part in the movie, and it feels funny, and he's acting. You can always say no.
Yeah.
Leave.
Leave.
No. Right. And just shut it down. You know what I mean?
Listen, and I'm not saying that it's okay or it's right or
Right.
but
It's gotta be
also
wrong on both
as a female, like also understand that there's the smallest percentage of any male guy that just wants to be friends. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
yeah, everybody
it exists, but
has
it's
exactly like, but it's gonna be the smallest part of your relationship with the opposite sex, or the just, hey, yeah, we're just cool, cool, good to see you,
right.
and those cool, good to see you people aren't people that you're gonna go out on quote dates with, or
Right.
and maybe they're not even considered dates, but like we're not going to the fucking movies, then to dinner, then to hang out and watch a movie at home and fucking have armor, like. It's just not.
They have those, and there's a high percentage, and there's those that say, yeah, we could just have, I could just have guy friends, and I could just girlfriends, and we just be friends. Yeah, you can, but the closer you can get somebody, especially if you click, if your chemistry is clicking that hard, eventually it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
That's how I see it. You know,
Eventually
people
it
can say,
turns the corner.
well, we've been friends for 30 years, and we've been so close and never nothing. Well, you know what? Guess what? Year 31, you might.
And you know what, too? But and also, that's all on the girl's end.
Right.
To decide to open or close that door.
It's
That's
true.
what that shit
and that's
is.
what it's all about. And
Because also girls will keep guys around that will be straightforward with it of like, yo, I'm trying to fuck you forever.
Right.
And then just fucking, yeah, but we're just friends. And like pretending that somehow that guy is going to stop wanting to fuck you. That's
Right.
just not going to
When
happen.
he made his agenda very clear, don't be surprised that he's not changing status quo.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, you just no. I told you from the jump. That's kind of like I
Exactly.
call you only 3 o'clock in the morning. I thought I set the bar. Where
Right.
we at?
Yeah.
You know, so it's up to you, ladies, to accept or not. And I tell this to my daughter. I told her, it's like, listen, when you get older, you got to know you're in control of this shit. You know what I mean? You know, you have that power of yes and no.
Yeah.
That little thing down there we don't talk about that's power. You know what I mean? You have that, and you can say no to these niggas, and that's cool. You know what I mean? And if he tries to do something, that's a whole nother animal.
Yeah,
Where a motherfucker
yeah.
that's trying to force themselves on you, because that shit is out there, and it does exist, and we get it. You know what I mean? It's nothing trying to shy away from the actual motherfuckers that are fucked up in the head.
Yeah.
That do shit like that. You know what I mean? But don't just go assuming every fucking guy is going to be that guy now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But then also, like you said, also don't put yourself in bad
Right.
positions just because
awareness.
everybody's values are not the same. You know what I mean? Where females could be like, oh, well, you know, I wouldn't do anything bad in this situation, but not everybody is the same. You know what I mean? That goes back to violence against women, where just like, keep your hands to your fucking self. Don't
Right.
be hitting nobody because you think like, well, they just shouldn't hit me back. Well, that's
Right.
not how everybody thinks, and that's not how everybody acts, you know?
Right. And it's all how you put it out there, man. That's why I try to tell my daughters, like, you know, and young girls in general, when I talk to them, it's just like, listen, you're never gonna respond to anything that you don't want it to happen. You know what I mean? It's never gonna come to light if you don't put it out there like that. It's not like if you tell them, nah, you're not getting none. And I think it's some of it like some of that shit, almost like how you get females that give a guy a number that she knows she's never gonna want to talk to.
Yeah. Because they feel bad.
Feel bad, right? So it's like
damn, there's nothing like a woman feeling bad.
Well, I feel so. It's almost like if you're giving them ass because you feel bad, then that's on you.
Yeah.
That's you know what I mean. That's all what that boils down to. Don't make it like no. If you're feeling bad and you gave it up, then that's totally on you. Don't feel bad for the nigga. Just know that you can say no. And if the nigga don't like you because of it, then he don't like you because of it. Then that nigga's not on your level. You know what I mean?
And a lot of times it doesn't even go that far with the whole feeling bad thing. It could just be Well, I said, I'll still like respond to his text because I feel bad, and it's like, yo, that's what
Leading
gets
on.
that's what gets you into a real bad position. And once again, never saying that it's ever okay for a man to touch someone that doesn't want to be touched, or vice versa. That all I'm saying is just like it's the Dave Chappelle thing, dressed like a cop and go out in public just because I'm dressed this way. That type of thing. Like,
don't keep fucking texting me at 3 a.m. and be like, I thought we were just gonna be like cool and like. Come on, boo.
I just wanted to cuddle. Stop it. And once again, of course, like I said, nobody should ever, no, you can never take it and all that other stuff. But just
know that if you're going to his house at 3 a.m, it's probably not to have coffee.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like the girl, the Tyson shit. You know what I mean? Like, cut it out. You knew what time it was. He's a fucking millionaire. You went to his room at 3 a.m. What do you think was gonna happen?
Right.
You know what time it was.
Yeah, because like you'll see. I've seen pictures on the internet of women that'll be naked holding that sign, like still not asking for it. It's like, yes, but you need to understand the fucking, the position that you're putting yourself in and the vibe that you're putting off. Once again, of course, no one can ever fucking rape you, but don't be mad when you're fucking butt naked as somebody comes up asking you to feel a titty. Somebody might just be like,
that's like me walking around butt naked with my dick on and be like, don't be offended.
Yeah. Don't look at it.
Don't look at it. Well, it's there.
Yeah.
Teach your kids about it.
Your dick is next to my soup, and I'm not supposed to say anything.
Ignore that shit. Your balls are in my matzo balls. They're just bumping balls in the bowl.
Right.
And I gotta accept this shit. It's not okay, people.
Yeah, shit's crazy.
Okay.
Everybody's offended by everything, and hopefully. I just hope that like I said, I think people like Kevin Hart need to do the thing where they go, no, I'm not stepping down. I think more celebrities like that, when it gets into a crazy situation, they just go, fuck you, I'm still doing this, because I think then people might realize, like, oh shit, we don't have the power to change everything. And all I want people is to not have the power to change dumb shit.
Right.
Yes, of course we want racism to go away, although it's never going to go away completely. You need to understand that's never going to happen.
Minimize.
Yeah. Shit like that. Of course you want, more equality among men and women. That's all good, but when people start trying to change dumb shit, that's the stuff that you want to fucking...
That's get irritating. It's no, big major shit, I get it. You know what I mean? Like things like women's rights to vote, to run for political office, and have these big positions in our, the government and all that. That I get. You know what I mean? It's like, don't shut them down just because they're female, because there are a bunch of pig-headed guys who are out there,
of course.
The fucking, our forefathers were all fucking drunks and rapists, you know what I'm saying, in this country. So
slave owners.
Yeah, you know what I mean? These are the guys that, are just a different level, but still kind of the same mindset. They're just not in that era, you know what I mean? It's like, no, we don't own slaves, but we know how to get these niggas.
Yeah.
And those just rich fucking people, man. It's like you said, it's class over race, man.
Money over everything.
Everything. Money. Speaking of money over everything, quick little shout out there to Bryce Harper, who is the biggest free agent in the Major League Baseball, the MLB, right now. He's a free agent. And they're saying his net worth, if a team wants to bag him right now, simple, mere $400 million that nigga's worth. And that's what it is. Baseball players get paid the most out of any sport. $400 fucking million, and he'll get that in like a 6-year contract or something.
That's awesome.
6-8 years, $400 million. That nigga never gonna spend that money.
No.
You know what I mean? It's like his offspring is gonna be set, and their offspring
for life.
So you almost gotta look at like the kind of monopoly franchises that these athletes are building. You know what I mean? It's like, because getting that kind of money they're getting now, they weren't getting that shit 40 years ago or whatever.
Dude, even Michael Jordan, when you think, like, he was getting like $3 million contracts, not fucking no $300 million.
You know what I mean? But it's like the way the stupid money they're getting now.
Right.
Those kids, their offspring is gonna be like, there's gonna be all kinds of fucking
they're gonna be all kinds of assholes.
Shaquille O'Neal streets and fucking O'Neal fucking towers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Shit's just gonna be named after professional athletes and famous people,
True.
and not politicians anymore. The fame is switched.
No doubt. But yeah, man, we appreciate you guys for joining us. This has been episode 50. Shout out to David Robinson, the motherfucking Admiral. Shout out to Rebecca Lobo. She was playing on UConn. We, appreciate the representation.
Mike Singletary. Sorry, I think
For real?
Oh, 50.
But yeah, man, once again, hit us up, 203-594-6977. Talk some shit. Let us know if you agree, if you hate it, if you love it. Game on top. I'm going to chime in. Okay, all
if
that
you're
stuff.
offended, it's cool. Just let it be known. You know? I mean, we'll talk. We'll discuss. We'll converse.
That's what it is,
You
man. We'll be
know,
back next
'cause
week for episode 51.
That's right, because at the end of the day,
It's always the beginning of the night.
it's almost a year for you niggas, and we love to drop tears. Buckets.
Buckets.
Deuce. Bars.